Hey, it's Rachel with Undercover Tourist. Have you ever wondered when the best time to visit Walt Disney World is? You may know Undercover Tourist for discount Disney World ticket and hotel stays, but did you know that our #1 ranked crowd calendar has also been around for over 20 years? That's a lot of data and insights, and we're here to share so that you can determine the best time for you to visit Walt Disney World in 2024. There is a lot of magic happening at Disney World in 2024, from Tiana's Bayou Adventure opening to all new areas of Epcot to explore. So we've taken the time to make sense of it all and put together our top recommendations. So, when is the best time to visit Disney World? Well, there's no one-size-fits-all answer to this question, unfortunately. What we can say, and what has always been true, is this. You can have a magical visit to Walt Disney World Resort no matter the circumstance or crowd level. Before we share our recommended dates, we'll walk you through common factors to consider by season, including special events and ride openings, holidays and school schedules, and weather. But before we jump in, if you're just looking for the short answer, here's a quick visual of the dates we're expecting to be the very best times to visit Disney World in 2024. Don't worry, we'll have a link to this information in our description too. All right, let's hop to it. You may be asking yourself, where in the world did those dates come from? Well, we take that historical data we mentioned and pair it with a few additional factors when creating both our crowd calendar and our predictions for our blogs and videos. It should come as no surprise that the best time to visit Disney World has historically fallen along with school schedules, which is to say, the best time to visit is generally when the kids are in school. New rides, attractions, and lands, major openings, can also impact crowd levels. In 2024, we expect to see increased crowds with the opening of the all-new Tiana's Bayou Adventure at Magic Kingdom. Exact opening date to be determined. Naturally, we frogs are extra excited for this new attraction inspired by The Princess and the Frog. We'll update both our blog and our crowd calendar when we know more. Let's start with spring 2024. Say hello to warmer weather, rainbows, flowers, bunnies, and of course, spring breakers. 2 gorgeous Epcot festivals take place in the spring, and of course, these months also hold Easter and spring break. Epcot International Festival of the Arts continues into February, bringing colorful displays, live art installations, and the incredible Disney on Broadway concert series. Blossoming shortly thereafter is Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival, generally kicking off in early March and running through July. The best part about these Epcot festivals? They're included with your admission. No separate ticket needed. While Easter and spring break are busy times, they're also unique opportunities to catch the Easter Bunny in the parks, participate in an egg hunt, check out huge confectionery egg displays, or celebrate St. Patrick's Day from the most magical place on earth. The biggest variable for spring is when Easter falls. When it's earlier, you can expect a shorter, more intense spring break season, and therefore more crowds at Disney World. When it's later, there's generally a longer but less intense season as spring breaks are spread throughout both months. In 2024, Easter falls on March 31st, meaning that you can expect pretty consistent crowds throughout March and early April, with March slightly busier. February brings a 3-day weekend for President's Day and the Disney Half Princess Marathon, followed by the Run Disney Springtime Surprise Weekend. We think there are 2 great options here, largely depending on which Epcot festival you'd like to see. If you'd like to see Flower and Garden, we recommend the first week of March before spring break largely happens across the US. Plus, the weather is still fresh and breezy, with an average high of 79 degrees and a low of 57 degrees. Bask in that Florida sunshine, but pack a light sweatshirt for the cooler evenings. If you prefer Festival of the Arts, we recommend the first week of February, just before the holiday weekend, which will feel extended in 2024 due to Lunar New Year, Ash Wednesday, and President's Day so close together. The averages in February are a bit cooler than March, with expected highs of 75 degrees and lows of 54 degrees. School's out for summer! The summer months are pretty consistently well attended at Disney World as the final school bell rings. Orlando weather is also pretty consistent in these months. Expect higher temperatures and afternoon showers. There's plenty of summer fun to go around, including pool parties, after-hours events, and more. Let's dive in. Epcot International Food and Wine Festival takes over for Flower and Garden in July, sampling bites and vino around the world, plus a hop-in concert series. That summer sunshine also means peak pool weather, making it an amazing time to visit the Disney World Water Park Typhoon Lagoon. Disney's other water park, Blizzard Beach, is often undergoing refurbishment in the summertime. In past years, this is also one of our favorite times to attend Disney after-hours events to capitalize on the cooler nighttime temps. There's even an after-hours event at Typhoon Lagoon with specialty food and beverages, glowing dance parties, and more. 4th of July is generally a busier time around Walt Disney World. But as with other busy times, there are also some really fun activities going on. Catch special 4th of July fireworks on July 3rd and 4th at Magic Kingdom, and a special presentation of Heartbeat of Freedom at Epcot on July 4th. Plus, there's red, white, and blue treats and specialty entertainment all across Walt Disney World Resort. In the month of May, things stay fairly quiet on weekdays until Memorial Day. Most schools are out across the nation by the second week of June, with many out before Memorial Day, meaning that things will ramp up and stay consistently busy until school is back in session in mid-August. The main consideration during this time frame is the weather. Park hours are a little longer, but the heat and rain in Orlando are at their peak. Pack your ponchos, fans, and extra socks, and think through your park strategy for the day to incorporate air conditioning, water breaks, and rest. This time frame offers up some consistent weather patterns, crowds, and events. Either weekdays in the first half of May or the first week of June are equitable in our eyes, though May is slightly cooler than June, with an average high of 88 degrees versus 91 degrees, and less rainy days overall. Fall, August, September, and October. Hold on. August? Why is August lumped in with fall? Well, at Disney World, the spooky season gets into full swing in mid-August as Mickey Pumpkin lantern wreaths adorn the lampposts in Magic Kingdom, and Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party begins. Mid-August, most of the nation sees tadpoles hopping back to school, making the end of August a particularly good time to visit if you're looking for low crowds. Along that same line, expect things to be busier around the holidays. In this time frame, that's Labor Day, Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Diwali, and Indigenous Peoples Day. If you won't be attending Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, know that Magic Kingdom closes early to park guests at 6 p.m. You'll want to plan to hop to another park before 4 p.m., which is when party guests begin to be admitted to the park, if you have a park hopper ticket, or consider spending that day in a different park. You can see exactly which days are party days on our crowd calendar so that you can plan accordingly. Fall in Orlando can still be pretty warm, and August and September make up the tail end of Orlando's rainy season. Be sure to check the weather before you visit. And be sure to take the heat and rain into consideration when planning your costumes. While long fall breaks are prevalent on the West Coast, the East Coast also sees some shorter spurts of crowds in the fall, most on the week of Indigenous Peoples Day, which means we expect slightly elevated crowds that week, even after the official holiday ends. When it comes to fall, September is our favorite time to visit Disney World. The weather is slightly cooler than August, crowds are lighter, and you get to enjoy those fall feels in the most magical place on Earth. Practically overnight, Disney World transforms to a winter wonderland in November. Orlando typically follows suit with cooler weather moving in. If you're looking to take a dip in the Disney World pools, don't worry, they're heated. This time period also sees some of the busiest times of the year: Thanksgiving, Christmas, and the New Year. It's also stuffed with special events. You'll find the entire Walt Disney World Resort decks its halls for the season. You can expect to court all 4 theme parks, Disney Springs, and the Disney World Resort hotels beginning early to mid-November. The weather is beautiful, holiday celebrations are in full swing, and kiddos are out of school, which means that the week of Thanksgiving and the weeks of Christmas and the New Year see a lot of visitors. These are the very busiest weeks of the year around Disney World, but there are still some sweet spots to get a visit in. There are also a few holidays and events that draw in larger crowds during the season. Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party is another separately ticketed event at Magic Kingdom, with free cookies and cocoa as you take in the glimmering holiday festivities. In 2023, an all-new Disney After Hours event is joining the lineup, Disney's Jollywood Nights at Disney's Hollywood Studios, with a Muppets Christmas Carol performance, a Nightmare Before Christmas sing-along, and more. We hope this one will return in 2024. Later in November at Epcot, Festival of the Holidays begins. Enjoy holiday food and traditions around the world, and maybe even catch a celebrity narrator retelling the story of Christmas with a live orchestra and choir in the candlelight processional. No matter the year, the holidays at Disney World wrap up on December 31st with some epic New Year's Eve festivities with special fireworks presentations at Magic Kingdom and Epcot. Much like other seasons and Epcot festivals, there are a few weeks between festivals where Epcot is in its true evergreen form. Trust us when we say you'll still find an incredible array of food and entertainment, but if you'd like your trip to include food and wine, Festival of the Holidays, or Festival of the Arts, keep an eye on festival end dates. Beginning in mid-January, a few water rides close for refurbishment, and you may notice that the park hours are reduced until things heat up again in the spring. Holiday decorations are typically taken down in January before the marathon, so if you're in it for the holiday hoopla, our best recommendation is to visit early to mid-December before school's let out, or the week before Thanksgiving. Well, there you have it, our recommendations on the very best times to visit Disney World in 2024. But let's be real, the best time to visit Walt Disney World is anytime you can visit Disney World. When is your favorite time to visit Disney World? Let us know in the comments below.
Get Get the exact same theme park tickets for less, no catch, at Undercover Tourist.